Okay, hello and thanks for watching. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the updates that I've added in here into MLM Lead Pro. And for many of you who are already a member of MLM Lead Pro, this is my free marketing system or our team duplication system. And there's a lot of updates in this. For those of you who don't know MLM Lead Pro, obviously the link is below. It is a free marketing system, and now there's a lot of updates that allow you to have more customization, and that means more exposure on your businesses of choice that you've added in here, so that not only are you going to be able to expose your businesses to your direct referrals in this system, and that, you know, the only thing that they're going to see is the join links to the various opportunities. Now, the opportunities that you've added yourself, but also the core businesses that we've got in here. And I'm going to talk about the updates. Okay, we've now got 2 programs that we have added as a core business. Okay, and they are generic for a reason. And we're going to talk about that. And also, you can also expose your businesses of choice in the brand new traffic exchange that we've got built into this. It's all bolted into this system as part of your businesses that you've added, and you can now add those businesses to the traffic exchange, exposing them to the entire network. So all members are now able to see your businesses of choice within the system. We're going to talk about that. Okay, so for example, if you go to your programs and you add your programs up to 10 now, guys. Okay, so before it was 5, now you can add up to 10 businesses of your choice. Okay, and you can expose those businesses to everyone right across the system, and you can start browsing ads. Okay, and then click on or learn more about the ads in the system, you can add your own businesses into here. You can click help and learn about this advertising network. And also you can customize step 2 and step 3 with whatever business you want. So what you do is you add a business by adding the program, put in your business opportunity information there, add the business. You can test and preview your information here, and you can override. You can set the step 2 for the business opportunity. Okay, so in my case, I've set this business to be step 3. So on the dashboard, that's what your downline will see in this step 3, and then this system here is step 2. And so obviously this will be showcased to my downline in the step 2 here. So you've got a lot more opportunity to expose your businesses. Okay, and then also down here at the bottom, you're always going to be able to see all the businesses that your sponsor had added. All right, so that's powerful. Okay, we've also taken out LiveGood and Save Club, and the reason why we've done that is because, ironically, it's going to sound funny, but it's actually going to end up actually allowing you to win, even if you're a LiveGood person. You know, guys, I love LiveGood, I love Save Club. So as a result, I think that this is the most smart move that we could do, is to turn this into a system that's going to more likely attract everybody. Okay, and obviously, what is that? Think about it for a second. What's that going to end up doing? So what was happening before is that this MLM Lead Pro was, kind of looking like a LiveGood marketing system or a Save Club marketing system. You might be thinking, well, that's actually a good thing. Well, not necessarily if you're really trying to attract new audience, a brand new audience, or a brand new set of leads, so that they can, come on board. Because typically what people will do is, if you're sharing out a system in this industry to people who are, opportunity seekers, network marketers, and they've already got a focus, they're already in another business or an MLM company, and they're looking for a system that they could customize to help them to grow and build whatever businesses that they're currently focused on, why would that potentially be a good thing? Why would that potentially allow you to build up a relationship, or more likely to build up a relationship with that person? If they're focused on something, they're going to take one look at this and then come on the inside and end up not doing anything with it, because they are kind of forced into a direction that they're not currently, yet ready to sort of move in. Okay, because it was centered around something that they were not quite ready to take action on. And people are very quick to place a judgment on something when they take a first look at something and it's not really aligning with what they're doing or focused on. They're going to just not use the system. Okay, So they're not necessarily going to come in here and put up with the fact that they had LiveGood or Save Club in there. And I'm not saying that to put down LiveGood or Save Club. I'm saying that because it's actually a better thing that we're doing here, is because you can already, you can put LiveGood and Save Club back in, because now I'm giving you 10 business slots of your choice. So that's 5 additional extra slots you can add in new businesses. So one of those could be LiveGood if you want to keep LiveGood in the system. Another one could be Save Club. So it's brilliant, and then you can add those into step 2 and step 3. So you're customizing these 2 steps as well. They'll also see them down here. So you're actually getting a lot more exposure than what you were getting before. Plus the fact you can advertise them in the traffic exchange. So you're not actually getting exposure from your direct referrals, direct downline. I mean, you're also showcasing them in the entire system within the ad network anyway. So, you've got more opportunity here to expose it, to showcase it. All right. So, but the point I'm saying is it's a lot smarter to be giving away a system that you're promoting as a free marketing system that's a duplicatable system, that is, a system that they can customize. And then when they get on the inside, you're not actually lying to them. They really can customize this system. It's almost like that they get a white label system. They have full customization. They can showcase what they want to their downline. So that all the more reason why they are going to stick and stay. That's exactly what you want. You don't want to turn people away. You want them to stick. Okay, so that's the point of what we're doing here, is we're making it more of a generic system. All right, so obviously step 1 is all about Affiliate Mentor, okay, which is a one-time $25, okay, and inside that you get access to training, you get access to commissionable traffic, which is, guys, everybody needs that. So you're not giving something that's kind of niche orientated, you're giving them something that everyone can use. Really, I mean, 99.9%, I mean, really 100% of the people you're going to be exposing this to and sharing it out with, and people who are looking at this, or people who are likely going to be wanting to have potentially have a system like this, are going to be the people who could use what we have here at step 1 with Affiliate Mentor. Okay, and the same for step 4, which is brand new. We've added in this what I like to call instant AI microbiz. Okay, and when you click here, you see exactly what people are going to need. Okay, an AI system that can sell for you 24 hours a day, right there, boom, and they can get it for $7 one time. Okay, and then they can have an AI agent working for them 24/7, and when you sell this, you're going to get a whopping $6 for every $7 system that you sell. Okay, and that's an easy no-brainer. Guys, I mean, not only that, you're going to get the turnkey system on the inside, which you can actually customize by putting one of your businesses of choice. You get the funnel in there. Okay, and you also get training for how to generate leads, which is precisely what most people struggle with. So you're actually giving people an ultimate solution. I mean, you can picture in your mind what the conversation is going to be with 99.9% of the people that could use a system like this, regardless of what business they're currently focused on. So let's say you lead with LiveGood. Okay, so you're saying, okay, I want to pitch you LiveGood, get into LiveGood. What are they likely going to say? They're probably going to say no. Okay, or they've seen it, they've prejudged it, they don't want to be a part of it, or maybe they were in it already, but they've moved on, or whatever. I'm not saying this to put down LiveGood. I'm just saying that it's become harder, to just pitch people on the front end of LiveGood. I'm just saying there's a new strategy here, that even if you're trying to build the LiveGood business or the Save Club business, a better strategy would be to lead with the free value of joining MLM Lead Pro. It just softens the blow. All right, they're not going to like, oh my God, no, I'm not interested. I'm just focused. I've got my own primary business. I'm already in LifeWave, or I'm already in, I don't know, Amway or whatever. I'm doing another thing. I'm just focused. Okay, you get it. If you're in this game, you understand the challenges. Okay, leading with your primary business is not easy to sell, but leading with a free system where you can help them. You can say to them, I said, okay, great. So what business you're involved in? they say, I don't know, LifeWave, and you say, well, if I could give you a free system that could actually help you to promote that system with an AI tool built in that could work for you 24/7, would you be interested if I just give you access to our free turnkey system? Well, most people would say, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, whether you have that conversation with them or not, or whether you just promote it or put it out on social media, or if you upload videos onto your YouTube channel, or if you're advertising on cold leads or ad networks or credit mailers or solo ads or whatever, it's going to be a lot easier to get people through a lead magnet like this that's customizable, because that's what they're there to do. They are there to promote their business, okay? But when they see a tool like this, they're more likely to bite, okay, and get on and stick, okay? So that's what I'm saying. When they get on the inside, that's exactly what they get. They're not, the kind of, typical resistance, they're not opposing you in any way. The typical resistance is out the window. It's gone. They're all in, okay? They think, wow, this is just what I've been looking for. It's customizable. I can put in any business of choice. So what are they going to do? They're going to stick with you. They're going to stay. And they see that there's nothing to stop them from staying. They're not forced to get on board with something that they are not quite aligned with. There's not niche orientated. These two systems here are precisely what people could use in whatever business they're promoting. So they are going to stay with you, okay? And then they can customize these two steps. They'll get it. It's an easy system, okay? And there's an opportunity for them to grow their leads, their signups, view their clicks. There's a stat system. They can view their latest signups. They can get access to the to see how the global stats are going, and see what's working for other members. They can get access to the traffic exchange and start using the traffic exchange and view ads. They can set up their own ads and add up to 10 programs of their choice. And they can really customize it. They can they can override step 2. They can override step 3, so that the downline can see what they have customized it with. It's all the presentation. You are in control of the presentation of what your downline are going to see. So this is what it's all about, guys. I mean, it's funny how people, they want my help and support, and people ask me for advice about how to grow a business. But then when I try and mold the MLM Lead Pro into a direction where I think it's going to help, you get certain people who start moaning, wondering why I've done such a thing. I've done it because there is method in my madness, all right? So, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. But, I continue without boasting, and that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm not trying to come across as some guru. But I do continue to get to the top of a lot of leaderboards out there. And I do continue to build and grow my business effectively, okay, into different businesses that I've joined over the years. Okay, I've built up teams of tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands in some cases. And I continue to do that. There's a reason why I do things, because I want this system to work. Okay, I want this system to work because I'm a happy user of my own system. Okay, so I'm not just guessing and thinking that this might work. I believe that, honestly, giving more customization. And why do I think this is going to work? And why do I have the motivation to give you so much customization? Well, obviously, obviously your question is, well, what's in it for me? Well, good question. Well, because step 1 and step 4 still have a way to monetize it. Now, even if you're not in my downline in those 2 programs, it doesn't matter, because it still brings more people in, and now we've got the traffic exchange, it gets more exposure right across the board. So, me being a happy user of my own system, we're all here to thrive, so I'm happy. But because we've got step 1, which is 2 core businesses, and obviously with a free system, I'm not going to make it so that you have total control. So obviously you're not going to be able to switch out step 1 and step 4, and then obviously that's the reason. I'm not going to lie to you, that is the reason why I can do this, simply because I am passionate about the the affiliate mentor, obviously, and I'm passionate about lead lightning. And that's what helps us as a team, as a whole, to be able to duplicate those 2 opportunities, but what brings more people to the system is by allowing you to have some kind of give back. I want you guys to have some customization so that you guys come and use the system. I'm not going to be so selfish to require you to be a part of something that that may not align with your direction. I want more people to be a part of the system and use the system, and then as a whole that allows MLM Lead Pro to grow. Absolutely. It's just the way it is, and we're here to grow. And if you're advertising your business in the traffic exchange, if you're looking to get more people into MLM Lead Pro, it's going to be easier for you to grow if people can see that the system is evolving. Okay, and that's what we're trying to do. Is we want to keep the system hot. All right, so that you guys get more and more exposure. If I didn't do any updates or didn't tweak the system or nurture, every sort of possibility on how we could grow this system, then it's just going to turn into something that's just flat and boring, and no one is ever going to use it, and then it'll just fade away, and that's the end of that. It would be a shame. So that's the reason why I'm doing this. I'm not doing it because it's selfish. If I was selfish and thinking that this was not going to work for the majority of the people, it wouldn't make any sense. Okay, I don't thrive unless the team thrives. We're all here to thrive. And network marketing, as you all know, is an area where we don't earn. None of us earn until we help and support our team. All right. So yeah, this is a team system, okay, and I want it to work. And if you're not in my team, it still works because it becomes popular and more people get it out there, so it becomes hot, and then we can all win. So anyway, I hope that makes sense. All right, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.